Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Rochelle from Rochelle.Handmade.Designs, and in this video I am doing a quick, McCall's Fall 2022 patterns that I plan on picking up during the next McCall sale. Now, there are a few, roughly about 11 that I'm looking at picking up for different reasons, and I want to share that with you in a quick video. Now, before we get started, go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe button, and also turn on the notification bell so you are notified every time I upload a new video. So because I'm keeping this quick, I'm going to try to get through them as much as possible because it is raining outside, and I just wanted to get this while this is fresh on my brain before all the craziness goes down with Hurricane Ian, okay? All right, so let's get to the first one. The first one is McCall's 8332, which is the Mrs. Men's Chef Jacket, Pants, Apron, and Cap. This is an average to sew pattern. The jacket has short or long sleeves. It has patch pockets on the left, front, and sleeve. Elastic waist pants, of course, I love. It has front, back, and side pockets as well. You either have the choice of a long apron, and you can make a shorter apron as well, and it has the cap. Now, I know you're wondering, like, Rochelle, it's a men's chef jacket, pants, apron, cap. What's up with this pattern, right? Well, I have a event that I need a chef jacket for next year. So this is right up my alley of why I need to pick up this pattern, because I do not have a chef jacket pattern in my stash outside of a chef uniform for when I was in the military. Okay, so I needed one to actually make one for something that I have coming up. I'm not going to say what it is, but you will see that around spring, summertime of next year. All right, but this is McCall's 8332. Some of the fabric options that you could use for this would be a poplin twill. You could also use things like cotton, cotton blends. You could pretty much use cottons for any of the views, but for the pants, I would definitely consider using poplin or twill. All right, but let's move on to the next pattern. The next pattern is 8334, and this is a bag pattern. Now, the reason why I like this is because it's a crossbody bag, basically, with zipper. It also have decorative tab closures. It has details like metal hardwire, inside pocket. It has tassel change, metal rings, and the whole look that you can do. It comes in also different sizes as well. The reason why I pick it up is because the reason why I will be picking it up is simply because view A, I like that crossbody bag. Yes, I could draft my own bag, but when it's $2, what's the point of drafting it when you could just pick up the pattern, right? So I am very interested in view A and view D. And then when it comes to the fabric options, you could pretty much use any type of fabric, from cotton to leather, home decor, whatever you want to use for your fabric. All right, but this is an average to sew pattern. Let's move over to the next one. The next pattern is McCall's 8339, which is basically a knit dress. This is an average to sew pattern. It is a fitted twist front dress that have different length and sleeve variation. View B and view C has the front slit on the pattern. Now, this dress reminds me of an old dress from Simplicity. I'm going to put the pattern up on the screen, but I think it's McCall 7429. Brittany J Jones has a sew along for that dress as well, but it also reminds me of McCall's, I think it's McCall 7922. I'm going to put it up as well. She also did a sew along for this one as well, where she made it in a white linen. Also, I remember Creativity by T. She did a tie knot style dress for her avocado dress. So this one reminds me of that same pattern. I'm going to put all the patterns up on the screen so you can see what I'm talking about for this type dress. Now, if you don't know, if you look at a McCall's pattern and you see a QR code, there will be a sew along for this dress. So just stay on the lookout for that. But this is McCall's 8339. And because I said it's a knit dress, what fabric would you use for it? Of course, knits. Okay. So you would need your two-way stretch knits, jersey, interlock, stretch, velvet, are just some of the fabric options you could use. This is an average to sew pattern, which I think I said, but I'm just going to mention it again. But this is McCall's 8339. Moving on to the next one. The next one is, let me back up 1 second. With McCall's 8339, you also have a woman's or a plus size pattern that complements that, and that pattern number is 8340, just to let you know. Moving over to the next pattern is McCall's 8341. It's a misted dress. It's an average to sew pattern. It is basically a color block asymmetrical cutout dress that features your tucks and gathering details. Dresses comes in length and sleeve variation. View A has that bishop sleeve and elastic cuff. Then you have view B and view C have the contrast and the leg slit as well. Now, when I seen this on the website, when I was going through to see if they posted the McCall's Fall 2022 patterns, the first thing I seen was the color block in the dark purple and the lavender. However, I am here for view A. That is the one that I really want to get my hands on. There will be a sew along for this dress as well, McCall's 8341. Some of the fabric options that you could use for this pattern would be your charmeuse, the challis, crepe, stable knits, basically whatever fabric you basically want to use. But this is the average to sew pattern, and once again, it's McCall's 8341. Moving on to the next pattern, it is a good old shirt dress. You guys know I love a shirt dress. If you remember from Battle of the Shirt Dress that I did back in the spring, this pattern is McCall's 8342. It is an average to sew pattern. It is basically a button-down collar dress that has length and sleeve variations. View B is your sleeveless with bias tapes at the armhole. Now, you can purchase bias tape or you can make your bias tape. It's easier to purchase it, but it is a little thicker than if you make it, okay? View C has the long sleeves with the cuffs. Now, you guys already know what view I'm here for, right? Because it does not get very cold in Florida, I am here for view C. But I want the length of view A the shorter. However, I do like view B, what the model is wearing as well. So I'm pretty much leaning towards doing view B when I get around to, basically getting this pattern in my hand and placing it on my schedule of when I want to do this pattern. Some of the fabric options would be your poplin, cotton blends, linen, lawn, basically any type of lightweight woven fabric would work, but this is an average to sew pattern. Once again, it's McCall's 8342. Next pattern is McCall's 8343. This is the Mrs. Pullover pattern. It's comfy and trending pullover top, goes well with any outfit that you would like to choose. Now, this pattern does remind me of a pattern that I made during the 5 and Below back in the springtime, and that pattern number is McCall's 8143. And I just find it funny that this one is 8343. Okay, so it just looks very similar or whatnot. That's why I was able to pick it out real quick. View A is a sweatshirt with half zip front and elastic cord hem. View B has a half button up front and a kangaroo pocket. And then view C and view D have your lapel V necks. View D includes a hood and stitched hem as well. Now, when I did McCall's 8143 back in the spring, I did basically view A, but it did not have the color block. So it was just all one piece, and I'll put that I'll put the pictures of what it looked like as well as the pattern up on the screen so you're able to see that. Now, when it comes to the pattern options for this would be any type of knit fabric, sweater knit, fleece, sweatshirt fleece, terry, French terry as well. This is an average sew pattern. Now, when I did McCall's 8143, it did say that I need to use knit. I did not use knit. I just used my regular comfy, cozy fleece from Joann, and it worked perfect. I did not have to size it up or any of that. I just basically cut based on the finished garment measurement, and it worked out perfectly. Okay, so once again, this is McCall's 8343. Next pattern is 8345, which is a Mrs. skirt overall. So basically it's overalls, but instead of the overall pants, you have a skirt. Now, this is a learn to sew overall pattern. So some of the techniques that you would do, this is the level 3. So you will be learning how to do overall buckles, pockets, things of that sort. You'll also have a sew an extension as well, which would be that skirt extension on this pattern. Like I said, it's supposed to be an easy to sew because it's a learn to sew. And this pattern is rated as easy as well. Now, for me, I am just going to probably do view A or view B on this pattern. I'm not 100% sure which one I want to do, but some of the fabric option would be your denim, twill, corduroy, cotton blend, basically any type of fabric of your choosing. But once again, this is McCall's 8345. Next pattern is McCall's 8346. It's a Mrs. jacket. I love, you guys know I'm all about those jackets. Now, this is an average to sew pattern. It's a stylish oversized puffer jacket. Includes the side pockets, elastic cord, and stopper at the waist. So basically to give you that, you know, elastic waist or whatever. It also have elastic at the sleeves as well. It has zippers and snap closure underneath the front band of the jacket. View A includes a hood and contrast on the sleeves, sides, hood lining, front band, and back yoke as well. Just to let you know about that. Some of the fabric options that you can use for this pattern would be your cotton blends, lawn, your nylon ripstop, and your chambray. Just make sure that you also purchase lining fabric and some batting for this. Pattern is, like I think I mentioned before, this is an average to sew pattern. Now, I actually love it when I seen this on the Something Delightful website. I am here for what the model is wearing, which is view A with the hood. That's what I want to do when I get my hands on this. Now, I'm not interested in the color block. I probably would not color block it, but I'm on the fence on the color block, but I would do it with the hood. But once again, it's McCall's 8346. Next pattern, 8347 is a Mrs. Poncho pattern. The pattern offers 3 different poncho options, perfect to throw on with any outfit of your choosing. View A has the placket with the coat snaps and a belt for the quench waist. View B has a contrast pocket, collar, and placket with no closures. And then you have view C that has the button placket and the flat pockets as well. Now, for me, looking at it, all the views look really, really nice. But I think for me and my liking, I would probably go with view A on the pattern because I like the placket with the coat snaps and the belt, around my waist. I think that's what I would go for. Now, some of the fabric options would be a wool blend, flannel, fleece, ripstop, basically whatever you want to use. Now, for me, I would probably use a flannel, like a plaid flannel, or if not that, just a regular solid color for this. But I like it. It's a poncho. It's 8347. Moving over to the next pattern, it's McCall's 8348, which is a Mrs. Dress and shrunk. Now, for this pattern, I am on the fence. It's an easy to sew pattern, and the reason why I'm on the fence, well, first let me tell you what this pattern is. Basically, it has multiple variations that you could do. So view A, view B, and view C are different styles of your shrugs, right? View A is more of your turtleneck with the long sleeve. View B has the cross front. View C have the turtleneck and the crossover, okay? Now, when it comes to the dress has 2 lengths. It has the V-neck in the front and in the back. So the dress seems like it wouldn't be no more than 3 pattern pieces, maybe 2, like a front and the front cut on a fold with the V-neck, and then the back, you cut 2. That's what it looks like from the line art. Now, the reason why I'm on the fence is because if I was to do this pattern, I would just do view A, the regular turtleneck with the long cuffs, and then, do the view D, the shorter dress. But I don't know. I like it, but don't know if when I see the pattern, if I would like it to put in my wardrobe or stash, okay? Because I'm being very selective with the patterns that I pick up because I want to pick them up if I plan to sew them within a 5-year time frame instead of just picking up because the pattern is cute or I like the pattern, right? I want to sew more of the patterns that I pick up. bottom line. So some of the fabric options that you would need is, of course, your knit, whether that be jersey, interlock, ITY, cotton knit, sweater knit, things of that sort. But once again, it's $83.48. Moving over to the next pattern is $83.50. It's a Mrs. Blazer and vest pattern by, of course, Melissa Watson. She comes through for the blazers and jackets for sure. This is an average to sew pattern. This is a lined button front blazer and vest combo. Adds an instant polish to any outfit. The blazer has the notch collar, which I love that about a blazer. It has buttons on the sleeves. It also have the pockets with the flaps. Shoulder pads is optional if you choose to do the shoulder pads. I don't like shoulder pads in my blazers or jacket. I just basically use fleece as a fleece heading, and that works perfectly fine for me. Now, this also features an optional sleeve heading. That's why I stated that. And of course, it has a back vent. The vest also features a V neckline, a back buckled belt, and welt pockets as well. Now, I can see why this is rated as average because I have ran into many who have never done welt pockets, period, on any blazers or any vests or anything like that. And there's tutorials about how to do welt pockets. I like doing welt pockets, to be honest with you. So, but that's part of sewing blazers. So that's why I picked it up. But some of the fabric options, well, that's why I would be picking this up. But some of the fabric options would be your wool blends, your wool blends, your gabardine, your crepes, your wool crepes, so many different fabric options that you could choose from. Just make sure that you purchase some lining fabric because this is a lined jacket as well. But once again, this pattern is McCall's 8350, and of course I would be doing both view A and view B because I could basically have it with the jacket and just some pants, or do the vest and the pants. So I would probably make this a 3-piece set whenever I get around to this pattern and pick this pattern up as well. Now moving on to the next pattern. The next pattern is 8351, which is a Mrs. Lounge pants, top, and hoodie pattern. So this is an average to sew pattern, and the reason why I picked it up is because, did you just not hear me say comfy lounge set? Okay, so when I seen this pattern, I was like, yes, I love this pattern. It features a contrast side panel details on the top as well as the pants. The top, you have a top, a hoodie, and pant pattern pieces in this pattern. View A has the bias tape to finish off the neckline. View B includes the hood and the kangaroo pockets for the top. View C and View D are your lounge pants. Now for this, you have the side pockets and elastic waistband for the pants. View C has that back patch pocket and band cuffs as well. Now for me, I would do all the views, to be honest with you. Now, I'm not one who likes butt pockets on elastic pants, okay? So if the pants are like straight fit or fitted, I do not like butt pockets, basically pockets on your booty, okay? I do not like that. So I may not put the pockets on my pants, but do what you do. I like the top and I like the kangaroo. I like the hood. So I think for me, I would just probably stick with view B and view C with the cuffs. But view D is also nice as well. So I don't know. I'll probably do all the views on here and just make it mix and match is the plan. But some of the fabric options that you can use is sweatshirt fleece, French terry, cotton knit, you know, different things that you could use. That's just a couple of fabrics, just to name a few. And but once again, that's 8351. Now the last pattern is 8352, which is a men's jacket. And this is the easy to sew pattern. Now, the reason why this is not for my husband, you guys know I do not ever pick up patterns for my husband. I pick it up for the sake of sewing it for myself. Now, if it's a pattern that he likes, I can pick it up for him and make it for him, but it's very rare that I'm picking it up strictly for him. Okay. Now, the reason why I picked up this jacket is because I'm going to pick up the jacket is because it features a front button closure. Most jackets will have 2 or 3 buttons and that's it. This one has a complete button closure, no zipper or none of that for, you know, the front opening. I like that detail. It also has cuffs with top stitching. It has a two-piece sleeve. So if you don't know what a two-piece sleeve is, you have a upper and an under sleeve pattern piece. And it also has button openings at the cuffs. View A has the flat front patch pocket. View B has the shaped hem and front patch pockets. Then you have view C, which has the shaped hem, the front patch pockets that opens at the side seams as well. Now, when I seen this on the Something Delightful website, I was drawn to what the male model, which is view B, has. However, when I looked at the line art, I am more interested in doing view C with the big pockets on the side. So that's what I'm planning on doing, but I don't know yet because you guys know I change my mind quite often. But that's what I'm planning on doing. But that's all the patterns that I plan on picking up for the McCall's Fall 2022 pattern. I would advise you to go over to the Something Delightful website, see which patterns you like. Let me know which ones that you like or which ones you would be thinking about picking up during the next McCall sale. All right, so now that I talked about the McCall's Fall 2022 pattern, let's go ahead and get into these Know Me patterns by Mimi G. She is the creator of Know Me patterns. So they released 12 Know Me patterns, and all of them are fire, to be honest with you. But I'm just gonna highlight the ones that I plan on picking up. Now, I do plan on picking up all 12 of these to support each and every one of the Know Me pattern designers because I follow them on Instagram. Okay. So let's just talk about the ones that I know for sure I'm going to pick up. I will make note of that. And then the ones that I am going to support, but I know I'm not going to sew it up. Okay. So all of them are ME for me. The first one is 2001. This is Nikki Brooks from Beauty Jador, and what she created is a woman's coat and trouser pattern. I plan on picking this pattern up. It's an average sew pattern that features the oversized line coat with the belt, sleeve band, wide lapel notch collar, and a side seam pocket. It also has for the pants high waist ankle length trousers that has a waistband as well, front and back dart, invisible side zipper, and side seam slit at the ankles. I plan on doing both, the jacket and the pants, and just pair it with a button-down shirt and you're good to go. So I plan on picking this up. Some of the fabric options for the jacket or the coat would be your tweed, wool blends, gabardine, cotton blends. And then for the pants, you can use pretty much any type of fabric like your stretch wovens, cotton blends, linen blends, sateen. You can use so many different ones, but that's one of the first patterns for the Know Me pattern. The second one is Brittany J Jones. Brittany, you guys know her. She did a average to sew pattern as well. I plan on doing both views. Well, view A, the top, and view C, the pants. So she created a Mrs. or woman knit top and jeans, of course. Now, one thing I want to mention before moving forward is if you looked at when Mimi announced all the designers, she stated that all of them will have to do sew-alongs for all of their patterns. That was one of the things that she wanted. So these should have sew-alongs with them, okay? So what Brittany created was a knit mock turtleneck top, half sleeveless. You could either do the one with the long sleeve like you see in view A or the sleeveless view, which is view B. Now, the one with these longer sleeves, the sleeves are 3/4 length sleeves. It has a tie belt and side slits as well. The trousers is jean style trousers with the pleats that have pockets and straight or tapered leg options as well. I love Brittany, so you guys know I'm going to support Brittany in this pattern, and I will plan on sewing these patterns because those pants and the top look fire for sure. And I mean, you could see what the fabric options are. So for the top, you need any type of knit fabric. And then for the pants, you need a woven fabric like your stretch woven, cotton blends, denim, linen. You can use plaid, you can use corduroy, you can use whatever type of fabric that you want in order to do the pants. Once again, this is 2002, me 2002. Next pattern is, of course, Alyssa from Alyssa Threads. 2003. This is an easy to sew pattern. This is a knit cardigan, which I love that style. Now, me personally, I probably would not put the ruffle on there, but I like the pattern. So what she created was a ruffle style cardigan that had that, you know, ruffle flounce around the neckline detail. It comes in either a crop length or a longer length. Me personally, I would do the longer length instead of the crop length. And then you have the skirt option, which is view C or D. So view C is the longer skirt and view D is the short skirt. The skirt also have an elastic waistband and a front slit detail as well. Some of the fabric options is basically knits. Whether you use jersey knit, sweater knit, ITY, ponte, double knit, sweater knit, you name it, you will need knit fabric in order to do this pattern. So my choice of what I will do is view B, top, right? I believe, so view A actually is the longer top, is the one that I want to do, but then I want to do the longer skirt. Actually, I think I would do view D skirt, make it a little longer to the knees, and then kind of close up the slit a little bit to where it's not a long slit. So that's what I plan on doing. And I do plan on picking up this pattern for sure. Moving on to the next pattern is 2004, Donna Chandler. I follow Donna on Instagram as well. She did an ever so pattern. So she did more like a classy streetwear type look. She did a crop zipper front jacket, pants, and skirt. And then you have the grommets. So I have done grommets for bags and I have done a grommet outfit before. It's not hard to do. And it also has the tie details as well. I like view AC is what I plan on doing. Now view B is the pants. I do plan on doing that, but not pair it with the jacket, okay? So I might do it all as a 3-piece set. I'm not 100% sure, but I am filling the skirt and the jacket together. I don't know if I would do the jacket and the pants, just in my opinion, but I will be picking this pattern up and making this just for a little bit of more information on this pattern. You have the short skirt with the back vent, and it also features a straight leg pants that have pockets and invisible zipper at the side seam as well. But this is 2004. Some of the fabric options: cotton, linen, polyester blends, nylon blends, ponte, double knit, basically so many different fabrics that you can use in order to create what Donna created, which is, you know, a jacket, pants, and skirt. This is 2004. Let's move over to 2005, Aronica, also known as Needle in the Bell on Instagram. She created like a nice flowy top. When I say flowy, I'm talking about, if you look at the pattern, she basically did a color block. You could call it a color block. So the top features the princess seam, gathered sleeves, elastic band, and a button back keyhole. Now you guys know I don't like button back keyholes, so I would basically make mine as some ties in the back to close up that keyhole. And then she also created some slim fitting pants that have front pleats and waistband actually have elastic in the back. So I thought that's pretty cool. Now I looked at the measurements, the finished garment measurements for the pattern, and the pants fits in my hip, but I would have to take it down for the waist, which I'm okay with that. The top does run in my size for the bust line. So I will be picking up this pattern from Needle in a Bell or Aronica to support. So this is 2005 for sure. Some of the fabric options: cotton blends, linen blends, stretch, woven, ponte, double knit, so many different fabrics that you can use in order to create this 2-piece set. And I've been noticing that all of them have been creating pretty much 2-piece sets for the fall. So I like that as well. Let's move over to the next pattern. The next pattern is 2006, which is Nefertiti. And she's at the Corny Rainbow. She created a dress. So this reminds me of like a coat dress, tuxedo style dress that has princess seams, gathered skirt, long sleeve or short sleeve option. And also this tuxedo style dress has a double busted button and includes a hidden button closure as well. Now for me, I plan on doing the one without the sleeves in view B. And the reason for that is because I do like turtlenecks. I do like long sleeve shirts. And I think that's how I would rock it me personally, instead of view A. That's just my opinion. But some of the fabric options would be cotton blends, stretch wovens, crepe, double knits, velvet, you name it, you could do it. Okay. But this is 2006, the Corny Rainbow or Nefertiti. The next pattern, and I plan on picking up 2006 as well. 2007 is Marcia. And she created a knit dress. Now, you guys know I'm not a fan of a whole bunch of knit stuff, being that where I'm at is just too hot for knits for me, but you know, to each his own. Now what she created was a knit dress that have the exposed separating front zipper, contrast rib knit at the collar, sleeve band, and midriff, and comes in also 2 lengths. Now, me personally, I'm going to pick the pattern up to support, but this would be something that my sister would definitely want me to sew up for her. One of my sisters would want me to sew it up for her, but she's at Kishi Be Styled on Instagram as well. Now, I will be picking this pattern up to support. I know I would not sew it for myself because it's not my style, and knit as well, which is a put off for me. I do like knits. However, I like just basic knits, dresses, and not too many of those. Okay. And when I wear knit, it's basically solid colors, not a lot of prints or anything for my everyday life. But some of the fabric options that you would need is, of course, knits, just a name. But I will be picking this up strictly for my sister just in case. But I'm going to ask her before I pick this pattern up. One, I'm going to pick it up to support, but I'm going to ask her to see if she likes this pattern as well. This is 2007. Next one is 2008. This is by Ella from Handmade Millennial. Minimal. All right, so let me repeat that. This is Ella from Handmade Millennial. Okay, I don't know where I got the other stuff from, but whatever. But she's at 2008. Her pattern number is 2008, Handmade Millennial. What she created was a jumpsuit. Now, I am a fan of jumpsuit. I wasn't at first until I have created 4 this year for jumpsuits. To be honest, this is not my favorite style of jumpsuit. I will be picking this up to support, and maybe it'll grow on me. But she did a wide leg jumpsuit that features a twist front detail, a deep V-neck, side seam pockets, and invisible back zipper. Then you have the options of the sleeve, whether you do the short flutter sleeves or the full length sleeve as well. You have that option. Some of the fabric options that you can do for this pattern is the challis, rayon, cotton blend, or crepe, and you can also do some silky types or stretch wovens as well. Now, like I said before, I will pick this up to support, but I would not sew this one, to be honest. If I'm just being honest with myself, not my style, to be honest. But this is 2008. Next one is 2009. This is Julian, or on Instagram, Julian Creates. Now, what he created was a knit button-up top and pant pattern, as well as an average to sew pattern. To be honest, I'm going to pick it up to support. If I do this pattern, I would only do the pants on this pattern because I like the pants on the pattern. Now, this one for sure, for the pants, it's a slim knit pants that have the fly front with zipper, front pockets, pin tucks, drawstring waist, and a single welt pocket, back pockets as well. So I think I would do the pants for this pattern for myself. But other than that, I would not do the top. But I would definitely, I like Julian. I follow Julian on Instagram. Like I said, I follow all of them. But I just have to give my honest opinion about the pattern. I would pick it up and do the pants, not the top. But this is 2009. Next pattern is 2010. Now, this is Scorpio at Senza Mini. If you guys don't know, Scorpio is hilarious. What he did for the season is a varsity bomber jacket. If you do not follow Senza Mini, he does a lot of jacket patterns. So it doesn't surprise me that he would do a lined bomber jacket. So looking at the pattern, you could color block it, contrast sleeves. You have the knit, the rib knit collar, you know, basically all the details of a bomber jacket. yes, I am picking this pattern up for myself. I am doing this pattern for sure. Basically, when it comes to fabric, any type of fabric, corduroy, cotton blends, suede, leather, sweatshirt fleece, any type of fabric that you would like to create your varsity bomber jacket. So yes, I am picking this up for me and for me only. All right, but this is 2010. Next pattern is 2011. The last two patterns is Norse patterns, and I'm picking up both of them for myself. Now, 2011 is a motor style jacket. Mimi has a motor style jacket for a female. I want to test this one out and see if it's pretty much exactly the same. I do see some different details that he added for his, but it's still like an asymmetrical zipper front motor jacket that has the front belt set into the side seams and all that good stuff. So I'm just gonna see what it's about. But yes, this is 2011. The fabric options that you can use is leather-like fabric, cotton blends, wool blends, denim, whatever you want to use. This is an average to sew pattern as well. And moving over to the last pattern, it's also a Norse pattern by Know Me Patterns by Mimi G. It's a jumpsuit. So this jumpsuit reminds me of the ones that they created before. I think that number was Simplicity 8615, I believe, was the number before. If I'm not mistaken, I believe it's 8615 for that pattern. And this one is pretty similar to Simplicity 8615. That was originally a vintage pattern. They upcycled it to a newer style pattern, or whatever you want to call it. And now this one looks pretty similar to that as well. But this is 2012 and it's basically like a jumpsuit. So I do want to pick this pattern up just to see what it's about, see if it's pretty much the same or a little different, you know, be the judge. Let me be the judge of that for myself. But that's all the Know Me patterns by Mimi G. And this is the entire video for what patterns I plan on picking up during the next pattern sale for sure. Now, because I'm under Hurricane Ian, I have not went to the Joann's to see if they're in the store yet, but as soon as everything is back to normal, I will be in the store to scope out my patterns and let you know if it's in store as well. If you are not following me on Instagram, you are missing a lot, because over there I post a lot of the pattern sales. So make sure you are following me on Instagram at Rochelle.Handmade.Designs as well. Well, that's it for this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on the notification bell so you are notified every time I upload a new video. So I'll catch you in the next video, and as always,
okay, let it be known, I'm working hard when I ain't on the phone. This ain't a hunt, this ain't a phone. Grind never stopping, I'm keeping it cold. Unlocking the door with the holy key. You supposed to be this close to me, and hopefully you understand G.O.D. Maybe this cold and I'm talking like no degrees. This ain't a fluke.